And there are three terms that we coined, and now we see them popping up elsewhere: fixed, flexible, and mixed. And what we mean by that is if it's fixed, you must use those numbers. 2025 is the top header here, so that means you must use 2025 unless it's stated elsewhere, which in this section it is not. So Donna is going to build one of the hands. One way you could make 4 flowers, 2025, and then 2 pungs of either 2s or 5s.
This is going to be a great hand. I'm looking forward to this one. So we're going to do 4 flowers. Then we're going to do 2 crack. We're going to do a soap for the 0, another 2 crack, and a 5 crack.
And what a lot of new players might get confused with is just remember the color on the card indicates how many suits you need to use, not which suit. So it's great that Donna used crack as the first example. Since she used crack, what are you going to use for the 2s?
I'm going to use the other 2 suits, which are dots and bams. So 3 2 dots and 3 2 bams.
So you see here the suit. We're using 1, 2, 3 suits. We are not using 2 dot for the 2025, which we could have, but in that case, the 2s would have had to be crack and bam. Now, keeping that up, Donna is going to show another example of how this can be made.
So now I'm going to do the pungs in 5s. So I need 3 5 dots, and I need 3 5 bams.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun hand.
So what's interesting about this section is if you're using the 2s, here, go back and just put the 2s down here again. If you were using the 2s, this is a hand where if you expose those 3 2s, you are still not committed to any other hand in this section. Every single section, if you're using 2s, has a pung of 2s in it. So this could be a very flexible section for that. So now, let's see if there's any other notes we have on that. Nope. So now we're going to go on to number 2. So the second hand is a pung of 2s and then a Kong of the white dragon used a 0. And people said it was confusing in our post that we wrote reminder dragons are a suit. Here, it is not a suit. The white dragons are what we call suit neutral. And if you forget that, it's on the top of your card. So Donna is going to build 3 2s.
So I'm going to do 3 2s in cracks, and then we need 4 soaps, a white dragon. Then I'm going to do 3 2 bams and 3
One more.
5 bams.
You need
I know,
one more
where
time.
is it? Here it is.
So getting used to this hand, a lot of the hands are 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind. This is what we call a universal backup hand. And what we mean by that is you can have tiles, start thinking of where you're going in a certain section and pick in jokers, and you could dump a lot of jokers in this section. Every single grouping is joker friendly.
I like what Dara said, 3 4 3 4.
Yep.
That's the pattern, and that's how it helps you remember.
And the 2 suits are required here. You could also do dots for any of these. So this could be dots, or this could be dots, because these do not count as a suit. So you want to just add 3 2 dots on the front just to show what that looks like instead. So that would also be a valid hand. Beautiful. Well, let's move on. I feel like we're doing an infomercial. And now, coming to you from the West Palm Beach tournament, we have number 3. Here we have, surprise, surprise, the year 2025. Then we have, so that's it's not a Kong, but that's 4 tiles. 4 individual tiles, so no jokers. 2025 are 4 singles. Then we have a pung, which is 3 identical tiles. 5, 3 identical tiles. And 4 dragons. So here, the dragons could be any suit. What's interesting, and I'm not sure yet because I didn't look yet at what Donna's doing, If you use the white dragon as the DDDD, you have to make sure you have a joker. And the reason for that is you need one white dragon as a 0 for the 2025. So here,
I'm gonna do 2, crack, 0, 2, 5. Then we're gonna go 3 2 bams, 3 5 bams, and like Dara said, if I have soaps and I'm gonna use them, you need 4 of them, I need to use a joker because I've used one in the 2025 hand.
so now can you replace this with green?
Yes. We're gonna show all the different ways.
So if you replace that with green.
I don't need to use a joker
But then what do you have to change here?
because I have.
Oh, I shouldn't have done
No,
green.
it
That
has to
made
be
it harder for
opposing.
you.
No,
No,
I gotta change all the hands.
Yeah, no, I made it, actually, make it red. Change it red, because that'll be easier to change. So change this to red.
It has to be opposing.
Yes, so this is an easier change for you. Sorry about that. And now, can you do the 2025 in dots?
Yep. 2, 0, 2.
We want to make it easy. So here it says, any three suits.
So we've got dots, bams, and opposing dragons.
Yay! Let's move on.
The last hand is concealed hand.
I just want to go back to one thing just to see. Yes, okay, we talked about that. So here we have a pair of flowers. Then we have a pung, 3 identical 2s in any suit. 3 zeros, which once again are suit neutral. Another pung of 2s, which is a different color. And then a pung of 5. So this has had a lot of questions, and we confirmed this with the league. Just because on the card the 5 is in the same color or similar color to the 0, it does not mean those 5s have to be dots. They just have to not match the 2 pungs of 2s. So let's see how Donna did this.
A pair of flowers. I'm gonna do the 2s and dots. So you need 3 2 dots. You need 3 soaps or white dragons.
Which in this case are not dragons associated with the dots, they're just zeros.
Right, and we need 3 2 bams, so it's not the same suit. And then we need a third suit of cracks, 5s.
So this is a great example for somebody who's new to this card or to this game. If you look at this and think in terms of color, you might think this is flower, and then if you associate dot with blue, blue, and then the 2 is green and the 5 is red. But look at how it's written on the card. The color does not dictate suit, only how many suits. And in this case, the 5 does not have to match the 0 because the 0 is suit neutral. So that wraps up just this first video on this section. We hope that it was helpful, and if you have other questions about the 2025 section, let us know, or any of the hands in the section. We invite you to come to Mahjong Community, or if you're on Instagram, check out our giveaway.
And coming up on Monday, April 7th, is our annual card review with BARNEY, GALLASSIO. So there's still time to sign up. There's the link. There's a QR code. We hope to see you in the Zoom where it happens. And
Yes.
Get that when you come.
If you are in South Florida, we are doing an in-person class. We're returning to the Bridge Club. It's April 27th. We're going to be going over all the different nuances of the card, hands to pivot to, defense, have a delicious lunch, and then after that, social game. You could register with a group or you could register on your own. And if you have any other questions, feel free to email us. You could register on modernmahjong.com. And if you aren't following us, what are you waiting for? We share all this great information. We really appreciate everybody who is sharing our posts, inviting friends. Our one request is that you don't cut and paste and rebrand our stuff. This takes us a lot of time to go through all this material, and we are happy you're here. With that, have a great day and a great game.